Welcome to ITMI TV. This is Rashi Pandey. I am a student of PG Diploma at Mass Communication. Today we have with us a very esteemed guest, Dr. Vipin Gupta. He is a professor of management at the Jack H. Brown College of Business and Public Administration of California State University, San Bernardino. Sir is also an author and has published 35 books. We welcome you, sir. And now I would like to ask Sir a couple of questions. Sir, what can be done to bridge the gap which exists between information and knowledge?
That's a very good question. Information is a knowable.
Right.
Knowledge, knowing and knower. That's the whole sequence of a knowledge management process. So a knower knows about the reality. And what the knower knows about is the knowledge.
Right.
Okay. And knowledge has several components which inform what the knower knows.
Right.
Okay. So let's take an example.
Right.
So suppose we want to know how to construct a plane. So knowing is like a vidhi, the method of constructing the plane. But that method will keep on changing.
Right.
Depending on the cost, depending on the materials. And therefore, you need to have that different knowledge. So the different knowledge components which will allow you to be able to create aircraft irrespective of the environment in which you are.
Right.
So you may not have steel with you. Okay, or you may not have some workers who are expert in a certain kind of sciences, but
Right.
can you still create a aircraft?
Right. So the external factors definitely play a role.
Right.
Right. And on paper, theory is very different from the practical application as
Right.
well. Right.
So to bridge the gap,
Right.
just like at this institute, you have a lot of practical
Right.
examples.
Right. Right.
So then you are able to see that how you can use whatever information is available about resources, about different news items. So how you can use that as a resource to modify kind of your approach as a knower, so that you can be more effective.
Right, sir, right. And sir, to what extent does the Indian knowledge system impact modern management?
Now, there are two ways of looking at it. The first way is that everything about modern management has roots in Indian knowledge system. Because if you go back ancient times, Indian gurukuls were the places where people learned fundamentals of management and fundamentals of life.
Right.
But what has happened is that over time, our understanding of Indian knowledge system has become sort of contaminated, and we have lost understanding of what they mean.
Right.
And therefore, we ourselves don't have any confidence that Indian knowledge system is any relevant. And therefore, we are now relying on Western principles, Japanese principles and other international principles to and bring them in our education systems.
Right, sir.
And so while that is important, because we cannot just rely on what we have locally, but we have to understand that how do you put them all together? And how do you connect that with the relevance of Indian environment?
Right. So it is very important to stay connected to our roots.
Yes.
As well as
stay connected to our roots,
Right.
to have a more deeper understanding of what our knowledge system really means.
Right, sir. And sir, can Indian knowledge system enhance cross-cultural strategies?
So Indian knowledge system is all about vividhata
Diversity.
and diversity. So Indian knowledge system is always about that there are different cultures in India, and how they can interact with each other to create more creativity, because each system is based on their own resources, own traditions. So Indian knowledge system is inherently recognizes that each person has its own strength, and they have their own uniqueness. So as a result, when Indians go overseas, they are very well able to connect and adjust in different cultural environments.
Because in their own country, they are exposed to so many different cultures, different religions, so it is not very difficult for them to adapt.
Right.
Okay. And sir, how can Indian knowledge system promote social sensitization and sustainability in businesses?
So if you look at Indian knowledge system, there is a tattva called Ojas Tattva. Ojas Tattva means sentient Tattva.
Okay.
And sentient Tattva means that we are conscious of what is sustainable. So sentient Tattva in Indian knowledge system is like a light which is luminous and is comprising of 6 elements, which is called Shini, social. So there is social sustainability. H stands for human sustainability. E stands for ecological sustainability. E stands for economic sustainability, and national sustainability, and then Y is psychological sustainability. So Indian knowledge system talks about that sustainability has to be in all these 6 elements individually, and then we need to be conscious of how whatever we are doing is sustainable.
Right.
So while internationally they are talking about triple bottom line, where they are talking about only social, economic and ecological. The Indian concept is a far deeper concept of sustainability, and therefore it's very important that we have a better understanding of what sustainability is. Internationally, there is a distinction between morality and ethics. Morality means self-interest. Ethics means educating others to be socially sustainable. So what that means is, ethically I'm going to educate you to take care of me. Morally, I'm going to take care of myself.
Right.
In India, there is no duality like this, that I expect you to behave differently in favor of me and me to behave in favor of me myself also. In India, we say that the morality, my self-interest is if society is also strong, if humanity is also strong, if ecology is also strong, economy is also strong, nation is also strong. So there is no duality between the strength of the society and my well-being. Right. And so that's why we need to bring a deeper understanding of Indian approach to sustainability to address the grand challenges that we are facing in the world right now.
Right, sir. So Indian knowledge system is more multi-layered, more deeper than the Western system. And so this present generation is getting more cut off from the roots ingrained in our Indian knowledge system. So what can be done to bring them back?
Very good. Now, knowing about our roots is very important.
Right.
But it's also very important to have a clarified consciousness of what roots are. Because if we don't have confidence and clarity as to what the value of those roots is, then going to those roots appears like you are becoming too emotional about something which has no value.
Right.
You are not moving with the time, and you are degenerating the society rather than progressing the society. So for youth to bring their youthful energy,
right,
which multiplies whatever exists, it's very important that as a nation, the people come together to get a deeper, clearer understanding of the Indian knowledge concepts. And so that our youth are able to see the value those concepts have in addressing the major problems of the society. So youth should be involved in actually using that knowledge after the people who are more experienced, they are able to clarify that. And then you should be involved to research.
Right.
So those who are scholarly minded, they should research. So mass is not necessarily scholarly minded, so they will apply that. They are more application oriented. But those who are scholarly minded, they should research these areas and with a fresh mind, fresh perspective, and bring their new thought and ideas to look at these Indian knowledge system new light.
Right, sir, right. So thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and your insights. And sir has definitely given us all a new perspective to look towards things and to go back to our roots of Indian knowledge system. and we definitely have a lot of food for thought to ponder upon. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.